far, 2 planes hit the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York this morning. One of those planes, the FAA has confirmed, was coming from Boston. An American Airlines 767 jet crashed into the World Trade Center in New York this morning. About 18 minutes later, a second plane, the origin of that plane is not yet known, also crashed into the World Trade Center. There are also reports of an explosion at the Pentagon this morning. The White House was evacuated this morning. The State Department is also being evacuated, and the FAA has suspended air travel throughout the country because of these terrorist attacks. Stay with WRNI. In just a couple of minutes, we will be going to a special edition of The Connection, providing live coverage of what's been happening thus far this morning. Again, a quick recap. There were 2 planes that hit the World Trade Center building in New York City this morning. The first attack happened about an hour ago. The second attack about 18 minutes after that. One of those planes has been confirmed that it was an American Airlines 767 from Boston involved in that plane crash. Again, reports of an explosion at the Pentagon. The White House and the State Department and the Pentagon have all been evacuated in Washington this morning. We will provide continuing coverage. Stay with us for The Connection in just a couple of seconds. From Boston University, this is 1290 WRNI Providence and 1230 WXNI Westerly. WRNI, Rhode Island, NPR news station. It's 10 o'clock.
Here's the news. Right now, here's the news.
I'm Michael Goldfarb. This is The Connection. America is under attack this morning. First, 2 planes crashed into both towers at the World Trade Center. And then an hour later, just before 10 a.m. East Coast time, a plane crashed into the Pentagon. The pictures are clear. The landmark buildings are engulfed in smoke and flame, but other details are still hazy. It's impossible not to conclude these are acts of terrorism. As we go to air, this is the picture. The Pentagon and World Trade Center are ablaze. The number of casualties is not known. One of the planes that crashed into the World Trade Center was hijacked from Boston. Airports around the country have been closed. And one of the World Trade Center towers, I'm told, has just gone up in flames. Who is responsible is still a matter of speculation. Our continuing coverage of America under attack. Next on The Connection.
I'm just unfortunate what happened today. I think this is going down in history, really. And it's what happened today. I mean, this is going to be war. It came at a bad time, I'll tell you. And, to go through, say, like what I went through during World War II, so you know what this can mean.
Actually, let me ask you just a bit about that. You were in the Army, were you?
I was in the Army, yes.
During World War II, you were there for 3 years.
I was for 3 years, right.
Would you like to talk about your experience and being an Italian-American in the service?
We're very proud of many Italian-Americans devoted their lives to this country and gave their lives to this country. And I was proud to go in at that particular moment because we know what it meant. You know, we went up there because the United States was attacked. So I served about 3 years there, and I was through, and I was in the armed forces. I was in the tank operation. I served in France, served in Germany, and I'm one of the survivors of the Battle of the Bulge. So I hate to talk about that too much because there's so many fellows that went through so much more than I did. I got a Purple Heart out of it. I got a Bronze Star out of it. I come out a non-commissioned officer. So I'm just thankful I got through with it, and I just hope we don't have another event like that. Because I have children in my family, I have grandchildren, and I'd hate to see them go through anything like that again.
Did you by any chance see any discrimination whatsoever against the Italians that were in the service?
Oh, absolutely not. No. We were together for one purpose, and we were brothers. You know this new thing they got on TV now, Band of Brothers, and you can believe it, that's who we were. When we were in that foxhole together, I don't care who you were, what your color were, you were together. And that, I'll never forget that. I made some great friends, and I lost some great friends of all colors and denomination, all religion, who were dear people, who watched my back and I watched their back. And that's where you cross the line on all of that.
Are there any American Legion clubs or any groups that might still be active with?
We have a lot of Italo-American clubs. You got the Italo-American Club right here on Broadway, which is very active. There's some good gentlemen in there that can tell you some stories. You got the Italo-American Club. You got the Sons of Italy, big. The Italian-American VFW. These are big organizations within the state. I got a lot of information too, regarding whatever you want to ask. You know? Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your
Just that
shop
we're proud of the fact that we are keeping up a legacy that was left to us. My father and mother worked hard to bring us up, to give us good values, to put us on the road to education, and they left us this building. And well, you know, when I stop and think of it, not only my mother and father, but of the thousands of people, Italian people that came over and worked so hard, and you wonder how they succeeded with all the obstacles that they had to face, physically, mentally, financially, how they have succeeded in doing what they did, in bringing up the families, in building up these fantastic, successful businesses that they did. You know, you wonder how they did it, and we are so fortunate in this country that we got so much going for us, and we find it difficult sometimes. And there's these people come over not knowing the language, having very few friends, and coming into this country and working so hard and making this country what it is today. And I don't only mean the Italians, I mean of any nationality, whatever your background is, you've got to be proud of that. Whatever your background is, because however they made it, it's almost a remarkable, I think insurmountable, the obstacles they had to face and how they crossed and how they fought through everything and how they made what they did for themselves, for their families, for the city, the state, and the country. We have to give them enormous, we can't thank them enough.
Joe, this is very good. Thank you very much, by the way. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's okay.
Wonderful. I mean, really, a lot of good information. As we cut this up, sometimes we find holes and we'd want to know more information from people. Would you mind if we came back sometime and talked to you again?
No, not at all. If there's anything I can help you with your documentary and what you're trying to do, we're glad to help you. Anything that can help us improve the image of where we come from, our background, our heritage, that to me is the most important thing we can do. Because we are proud of where we come from, we are proud of our background, and so anything that's going to enhance that, we're going to be there to help.
Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Here we go. Hold on, I want you to take a picture of my brother. When he puts his apron on, because this just helped.
Yeah, I believe there's 2 planes unaccounted for, right, Fred?
As you can see around the case here, we don't have too much cut. Everything in this sauce cut to order. We do it the old-fashioned way. Cut to order. Everything's done fresh for you. We make our own sausage, which is a lost art today. Not many stores do that.
Did anybody not? You know, I don't want to sound like
It's just unfortunate what happened today in New York. I want you to take a picture of that. See that up there? That is my father up there. That's Giuseppe. He's the founder. And if you notice, can I move by me? If you notice, we got up there. I'm proud of that picture right there. You see that picture in the corner? That's Rocky Marciano. That's an autographed picture for me. I wouldn't sell that to anyone. The world champion. Where did you see him fight? I followed almost every one of his fights here in Rhode Island. I followed him in New York. I saw maybe about 60% of his fights. And we're so proud of him. An Italo-American who made the world championship, and he made it with dignity, with no slander, and we're so happy and proud of that. You left a great legacy there.
Whether Israel or do it or the United States do it, I don't care which.
You know, to me, that alone is a reason to bomb them.
Allow us to bomb them. They're up the streets, don't bomb on them right now. Bomb them.
We got John Wayne up there, sir.
Hi, everybody. Welcome once again.
Somebody said to me earlier,
And I wouldn't sell any of those to anyone right there. See, that's the original coffee, old coffee grinder. And those 2 signs They're replacing the Coca-Cola signs, originals.
People are celebrating the death of others.
They're what? These are original signs. I wouldn't sell them for anything. They're priceless.
Military targets, but when you strike the heart of a city like New York,
I'm sick of looking at them. I'm sick of looking at them celebrate.
I can't imagine these little school kids. They probably don't even know what's happening.
They're all celebrating.
And we make the best grinders in the state of Rhode Island.
They're going to be worse than the parents. It's time to
Yeah, we make the best Italian grinders in the state of Rhode Island. We call them grinders, sandwiches. What are these?
They call them grinders.
We call
the same thing.
We call them grinders. Basically about the same thing, but ours is a grinder because ours we fill them up with all Italian products. We fill them up with delicious prosciutto. So we make ours called it a grinder.
The Japanese, they can buy up.
And Jerry now is the owner of the store. That's my brother. I come in and help him.
We don't allow them.
Is the store as it was always? Or has it still-
What you see here is the store originality. Original four walls. We haven't changed. We are the last of that breed. There is nothing else that come before us on this hill.
That's great.